Hey y'all, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who may or may not already know, my name is Alex, aka Yellowberry.
I'm like, damn, you so fine, girl, what is your sign? She say I'm a Sagittarius, I'm a Capricorn, the beginning and end. I got a friend for your friend, hey, I'm making all of this money to spend. Deal stores buying.
Wait, I don't bite. And by the title of today's video, you already know we're gonna get into a quick chit chat. Get ready with me. I am already dressed, my hair's already done. So we're gonna just get into this face real quick. I'm gonna show you how I got this cute, nice little beat. I did get some things from the Sephora sale, which I do mention in this video. However, if y'all would like a separate video on that, let me know and I can do that for y'all as well. But yeah, this is the look I came up with, so stay tuned for this chit chat. Get ready with me. All right, so let's just jump straight into things. As you guys can see, my eyebrows are already done. I don't know how I feel about them today. I used a new method. I used this MAC eyebrows fiber gel, and I used this MAC Spike shape and shade brow tint. And I think that was it. Yeah, I used those things and some concealer to conceal underneath the bottom of it. But I don't know. I feel like for me to have used these products, I expected it to be less work, but I feel like I put in more work. I feel like the front of my eyebrows look really heavy, but again, I don't have on makeup, so maybe it might come together, but we'll see. So for starters, let's put on some primer. I'm going in with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And this morning, Gianna woke up and chose violence and scratched the crap out of me. I was like, oh my gosh. Next, I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer in the color 370 to conceal these bags, child. Conceal, color correct, whichever word y'all want to use. I'm going to get this scratch because it's going to be so red underneath my makeup. I usually go in with my orange color corrector from LA Girl, but I didn't reach for it before I set up YouTube, my little YouTube section. So I was just like, listen, we gonna make it do what it do with this. If you guys watched my color correcting video, you guys know I use this as well as orange color corrector. Tune into that video if you haven't already. Wow, my face looks so cute already. Why can't I get this type of flawless look when I'm actually going somewhere? Like when I'm going somewhere, I feel like my face just always looks so chalky. But one more thing before we get into this chit chat, I'm gonna go in with my NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the color Tahoe. Put some of that on the back of my hand. I always forget that this isn't my Morphe foundation. So I find that I'm always putting like an excessive amount of pumps and I don't even need it. But yeah, so for today's topic of discussion, if you guys are like up to date with what the game and GRWM has been saying as far as like, you know, them being the man in the relationship and being a provider, everybody was so up in arms when they were saying it, like, no, they have money, they can do that and blah, 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 rightfully so. And I'm glad that they brought it up. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't ever agree with the game, but I agree with him. Like, men should be providers, and here is why. Going in with my Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime in the color M17. I'm gonna conceal my face. This is something new. I never go on with this. But okay, before I jump into that, because I know this is the internet, everybody has their own opinion, and these opinions that I am spitting today to y'all are my own. However, in no shape or form am I saying like women should stop doing what they're doing and a man should provide and they should like not live out their dreams because they need to be cooking barefoot, be pregnant, and, you know, cater to the home. No, I am not saying that. However, I am a strong believer that in relationships, whatever you and your partner discuss to be the norm for y'all, I don't want to even say gender roles because everybody's gender roles look different in said relationships. But I do believe that, you know, the man and the woman should perform certain duties in order to keep the cohesiveness and the structure of the relationship. And I just feel like that's life. Yes, us women, we done fought for equality and stuff like that. However, I still do believe that men and women, we do have two different roles to play in a relationship, and that is what it is. Clearly, I am not in either of their tax brackets. However, I do believe that the man should be the provider. And before I had a child, I used to feel like, no, women, we can do this, and by all means necessary, we can do everything. I do believe that we can do anything a man can do and better, okay? We could fix toilets, we could do whatever we want if we really put our minds to it. However, after having a baby, I did realize like how much less of a load it was to have to go to work. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, after having a baby, I realized why back in the day men went out there, worked, did this, did that, and women stayed home. Just give me a second. Let me explain before y'all start going up in arms like, she trying to make us feel like we in the 1950s. No, that is not what I'm saying. But because of like my circumstances, it would have been definitely very, 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 very hard for me to go back to work, still have to take care of home, and still have to take care of my kids. You know what I'm trying to say? So I do feel like there is definitely a balance where, you know, the man in my relationship goes out, works hard, works to the bone. You know, I stay home, cultivate, do this, do that, do my little stuff on the side to make my own money, because I'm not going to depend on anybody. But I don't have any hard feelings towards what the game said. And what a lot of people were saying was like, oh, he can say that because he's making money. And by all means necessary. Definitely. He's definitely making a lot of money. More money than a lot of us. So it does come off a little bit more easy for him to pay for everything. And I know a lot of women were also agreeing with him like, yeah, my man needs to pay for everything. Which, wow, I look so yellow on the camera. But in person, it looks so good. What was I saying? Now I'm gonna go with my Laura Mercier powder in the color Honey. Got me a new translucent powder, y'all. Yeah, he's definitely in a different tax bracket than a lot of us, and I do believe that he should be financing his woman. I just feel like you need to allow a man to do certain things, not taking away from anything that you're doing. And of course, as a woman, if you want that type of lifestyle, you also, because somebody else brought that up too, like, oh, you know, women want all of this, want a man to take care of them, want a man to pay for this and pay for that, but don't know how to cook, don't know how to clean, don't know how to do that. I definitely feel like there should definitely be a balance. Like, if a man is taking care of one thing, a woman should be taking care of the other thing. So if the woman is a breadwinner and she's going out to work all the time and she's bringing home the bacon and doing this and doing that, I feel like the man should be the one to cultivate the home. He should be the one staying home, not being a stay-at-home dad or anything, but you know, he should be the one that's on top of things at home, because it's hard trying to balance both. Being a working person, period, if you and your man both work, y'all know how hard it is to, one, go to work, and if y'all have kids, come home, take care of the kids, and then still have to cook, clean, and do all that stuff. Like, that's hard, even if two people are doing it at the same time. It makes it a bit easier when two people are actually working together to make that dream work. But let's be honest, it's hard. After I had Gianna, I'm like, I could not imagine having to go to work, clock in, be out of my home, more than 12 hours out of the day, because you still got to factor in that you work 8 to 9 hours. You have to travel there and back, so that's like 10 hours. You still have to wake up wake up extra hour earlier to drive to work because I used to commute about an hour to work. That's hard. And then not to do it with Gianna, like, you don't really have that much free time. And again, I'm not saying that it's impossible, because there are a lot of working mothers, a lot of working parents, period, making it work, still coming home, doing what they gotta do for their kids. Shit, I came from that household. Both my parents worked, and I also see how strenuous it can be. So personally, for me, I don't blame the game. And with my relationship, period, whether I'm with the person I'm with now or not, I expect certain things from them. And again, whatever you expect from your partner is what you expect from your partner. I'm not trying to say like, oh yeah, your man should be the breadwinner. If you want to be the breadwinner or you want to take care of your man, that's on y'all. But I do believe that in a relationship, two people should not be working on the same exact things. Like, we should be doing different things to attain the larger goal. And it's kind of like, like a school project. That's what I said on Instagram. Back in the day, we was in like elementary school. Oh, I'm going in with my Sunstalker bronzer in the color Cocoa Naughty. That's like in school when we had these projects, like it was a group of 5 of us, and yes, we were all trying to figure out how the light bulb works, right? But at that table, each 5 of us had a different task to get to the main goal of presentation. So you had somebody that was a presenter, you had somebody that was the timekeeper, you had somebody that would take care of all the supplies, and so on and so forth. Everybody in that role is very important. Teamwork makes the dream work. That is literally the saying. Teamwork makes the dream work. And if we're all so focused on just doing the research, there's going to be a lot of things that don't get done. And not to say that if we all work on the research that we will lose track of time, or that we will do this or that we will do that, but it is nice to have assigned roles in a relationship. And yeah, I think it's important to have that conversation with your partner. I don't think it's okay to just allow people to assume what you want and vice versa. Like, you should have these conversations, and you should definitely know what your partner is capable of doing and not capable of doing. A lot of people, when I posted that, were saying basically like, oh, but these men are making so much money. How could you expect a guy that's our age or whatever to be able to finance everything, this, that, and the third? And that I do agree with, because a lot of the time, a lot of women go into, a lot of people, not just subject that to women, but a lot of people, now I'm going with the Sunstalker bronzer in the color Beige and Gal, just to lighten up this a little bit. A lot of people go into relationships thinking like, oh, like he knows what I want or she knows what I want. And that is not necessarily true. Like, you still have to learn somebody. You cannot be delusional. You have to understand that some people might not have enough money to finance the lifestyle that you want. And a lot of people also bring up the fact like, oh, these women want this but can't get it for themselves. It's kind of like, sis, if you can't even bring that to the table, how you trying to ask somebody else to do it, you know? Or if you want somebody to bring XYZ to the table, can you bring ABC to the table for them? You know, if they are in agreement to financing the superstar lifestyle that you want, are you willing to be in the kitchen cooking and doing this and doing that if that's what they want? Those are just, you know, basic needs. That's why I say cooking and cleaning. Again, I'm not trying to subject the woman to staying home and cooking and cleaning and taking care of kids, being barefoot, pregnant. You know, I'm not doing that. But it's just the easiest thing to roll off my tongue. Like I said, I also agree with the game. I don't even think I finished bringing up my point, but I did. I think I did, actually. It's so hard doing makeup and talking, y'all. And for me personally, the reason why I agree with him, it could just be from my past situations. But if y'all haven't realized, I can be on the a little like aggressive side and very outspoken, very like cutthroat, you know? And I noticed that sometimes I was in a relationship with somebody who was very not on my level, so to speak, or just not who this is kind of brave, just not who I would have wanted to be in a relationship with long term, if that makes sense. Again, I was young, so back then I wasn't thinking about all this stuff like, oh, what can you bring to the table? I'm just like, oh, he's cute, he's nice, I want to be with him, kind of thing. And it came a point where I feel like I was spitting out the masculine energy. So that's where my thoughts are coming from with the game. And for me, my masculine energy is I want my man to be a provider. I want him to be a protector, amongst many other things. But those two things are like the main things in a man that I want. Of course, along with respect and caring and all that other good stuff, guys. Like, don't think I'm just like, oh, as long as he got money and he could protect me, I'm good. And he could treat me like shit and cheat. No, that's not what I'm saying. But besides the obvious, those are the two main things that I look for in a guy. And I remember in that situation, that guy was, I think, a year older than me, but I was the one that was driving. I remember I was in high school. He was like a grade or 2 grade levels behind me. So when I was going to college, he was still trying to finish up high school. And it's like, I'm progressing in life. He would always make excuses for things, like why he couldn't get money, why he couldn't do this, why he couldn't do that. And it came to a point where I just feel like I was kind of like, is the word, how do you say this without cursing? That's so bad, right? Like, I was bullying him in a sense, because it's just kind of like, I got annoyed, because it's like, why am I with you? Like, you can't do anything. You can't bring anything to the table. Why am I with you? Like, what are you here for? Now I'm going to go on with my Fenty Beauty Fly Liner in the color Feline, I believe this is. Oh, no, because I'm black. I don't know where I got Feline from. I'm just going to do like a little wing. But yeah, it's kind of like, why am I with you? Like, I'm taking care of you. Like, yeah, like he just kind of made me feel like I was the man. Like, I had to provide for us. Like, if I go, y'all, I remember one time I went to the store, mind you, okay. Again, this is back in like high school, and I was a little spoiled. So my parents used to always give me money. And I remember I would always go to the store. Like, when I go to his house, I'll go to the store, get myself a sandwich, a Kit Kat. That's how long I've been in love with Kit Kats. Get myself a sandwich, a Kit Kat, and a soda. And, you know, someday, I mean, he's my man. So I'm like, you know what, let me buy him a little sandwich too. But it's coming to the point where it's every day I gotta buy your ass a sandwich. Like, why do I have to buy you a sandwich every day? Like, you're a bum. I just kind of felt like, you know, my parents wasn't giving me money to spend on you. Like, it doesn't work like that. But however, I was his girlfriend, I would just buy him the sandwich. So I remember one day I decided I'm not buying him a sandwich because, like, this is my money. Like, all the money that I'm spending on you, I can actually be saving for, like, whatever I want. Like, make whatever I was into back then. Like, I don't even know what the hell I was saving for, but, you know, I could have been caking had I not been buying his ass $5 sandwiches every now and again. So I remember one day I didn't buy him a sandwich, and he was just like, oh, you didn't buy me one? And I was just so taken aback because I'm just like, I don't owe you anything to buy you anything. Like, I want to eat, so I buy myself something. Like, it was just so nasty. He got so mad at me. He was telling me how he's gonna get his sis from up the block to beat me up. And I was just like, what? Because I didn't want to buy you a sandwich. Like, it was just so weird and just so like, and like, yeah, I ended up going to college and that was just that with him. But again, I just need to have that security when it comes to my man. Again, not saying like, oh, I don't want to work, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, my man should be doing this for me and I need to be staying home and doing this. No, but I need to know that I don't have to take care of you as a woman. Like, as a woman, I should not be the one that's providing for you and protecting you. Like, you should be able to show me that you can go out and get it for our family. In the event that I'm pregnant, I can't work and I can't do this and I can't do that, or just in the event that I get hurt or something, I need to know that you're a provider. Like, whew, y'all see I'm ranting, right? Hold on, let me go get my eyelashes. Whew, yeah, I'm back. That sounds kind of happy that I started dating young sometimes. Would I recommend it to my daughter? No. But I was able to see what I want, don't want in a person. And it's so funny because a lot of girls, women my age, be going through stuff. And I'm just looking at them like, oh my gosh, like, you don't think you're too old to be going through that? But I did experience things at an early age, so whatever. We go through our own stuff. But at the same time, too, I do feel like I'm at the age where we're kind of pushing 30 and you going through childish stuff. It's just kind of like, girl, you know? But yeah, so I guess that's maybe why I agree with him. Come like, yo, if you don't allow a man to be a man, he will take advantage of you. Not even take advantage of you, but take advantage of the fact that he's not doing what he needs to do, you know? Kind of like those women who date mama's boys because they mamas took care of them all their life, that now when they get a woman, they don't know how to treat the woman, or they expect the woman to do everything for them and they just sit there and scratch their ass all day, don't pitch in for bills, don't feel a need to get a job, you know? Now I'm going in with my Juvia's Place palette, the Saharan Blush Volume 2. Ooh, this definitely just brought some color to my face though. Boom, 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 boom. And then now I'm gonna go in with my Pat McGrath Sublime Skin Highlighter palette. So pretty, it's a trio. Mind you, y'all, I recorded this video before and my hair looked a freaking hot mess. I'm like, I cannot post this. Y'all will come for me. So yeah, I showed you guys all what I got in my like Sephora package from the spring sale that they had, and this was a part of it. But like, I just couldn't bring myself to showing y'all again. So this is something that is new. So a lot of these things in this video are new stuff, as you can see, and I really like them. Look at that highlighter, so pretty. And I think also my reason for always wanting to be with a provider is just from the men I've been around. I just feel like I haven't really been around a lot of men, or a lot of men in my life, or a lot of guys in my life are not really on the providing side. They're not really protectors in a sense. And I don't know, I just always knew I didn't want that for myself. I always knew like whatever guy I meet, like I'm always get my coin, I'm gonna always get to the bag, but I need to know that he can take care of me. He wants to take care of me because I am his precious jewel, I am his queen. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people's mindset when it comes to this is like, no, because my man is also gonna cheat, or the man is gonna cheat if you give him all of that. And I feel like a man is gonna cheat, period. You could be working all day to the bone, taking care of this man, his family, taking care of him, his kids, y'all kids, let me say, and he'll still cheat. So people are gonna cheat regardless, whether they get into the bag or not, or you're getting to the bag or not, whether he's taking care of you or not. But I just feel like I always knew I genuinely wanted to be with somebody who wants to take care of me. Like, that is their sole thing. And I didn't just take care of me. When I say me, I literally mean like me, our family. Like, oh yeah, I also got this new glue, House of Lashes eyelash adhesive. No more weave glue. I be trying to hide it from y'all, but I'm a little on the tacky side. I'm using weave glue. That's why I was not judging. What's her name? Katia Brown, the lady who used the Gorilla Glue on her edges. Because sometimes, you know, we just be using things. I mean, I would never go as far as using Gorilla Glue on my hair, but you know, sometimes we use things for things that it's not intended for, and may my prayers be with her. She's all right now, y'all, right? Not me giggling at Caleb's text. Let me put my phone down and focus. I was just tired of being the aggressor in my relationships. I was tired of being the protector. I was tired of being the provider. So that's where it stemmed for me. For anybody that was probably like side-eyeing me. Oh shoot, I forgot to shake it. I need to put on some lip gloss. I'm gonna use my MAC lip gloss in the color Myth. Well, because I have, what's this thing called? I have spray on my mouth, it's not coming off. And I'm gonna go in with this Pat McGrath lip gloss in the color Pale Fire Nectar. And this is the final look. So my face cools down, but yeah. So, that's just my take on it. I do believe that men and women play two different roles in their relationships. Whatever those roles are, it's up to you and your significant other to figure it out. However, I done figured it out on my side from a very long time. I want to thank you all for tuning into this video, and drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Also, give this video a big thumbs up and make sure you hit that red subscribe button. I will see you guys in the next one. I love you all. Bye. Let me put my camera shuts off. I'm gonna do my bottom lashes.